Hi everyone, I hope you're feeling well. This is Caroline from Stampin' Up, and I wanted to take you through the envelope punch board available from Stampin' Up from the 1st of November, which is now, yay, priced at $17.95 from your friendly Stampin' Up demonstrator, or you can order online. Quite small when it comes out of the box, but sizes and everything. In the box, I would recommend that you keep the spare grid here, because they comes on the board marked with imperial measurements in inches, and you also get a separate one for centimetres. Now, if you're a centimetres gal, you'll want to stick that straight over the top of there so you don't ever see inches again. But if you, like me, you're kind of confused, born in that 70s generation where we were halfway between metric and imperial, you're going to need both. So I've kept mine in my box. Now, what I'm going to show you today is you can make all sorts of things with these punches. You can make envelopes, you can make boards, you can make file cards, you can make boxes, you can make crackers, but I'm just going to show you a simple envelope. Here's a card I've made, and I deliberately made it at a non-standard size so that, oh darn it, it doesn't fit in an envelope. So what you do is you measure it up, and I can see that my card is 4.5 by nearly 6. And I can look on here and find the dimensions, and I can see that there is a 4.5 by 6.5 inch envelope size, and it says to me that I need to cut a square which is 8.5 by 8.5. So I'm going to get out my trusty trimmer and a piece of scrapbook paper. This is a great way of being able to use up your scrapbook papers. So if you have scrapbook papers that came in kits that you don't quite like, or that perhaps they're left over from a project, or indeed that match your card and the papers you've used on the card, you might never need to buy an envelope ever again. So it comes with a little score tool cut inside to it, although this one's quite sharp. It's got quite a sharp edge to it, and you can use it as a bone folder too. It's got a really smooth end here for when you're folding boxes, so you don't need to worry about buying a separate scorer or bone folder, because it's there with a little tool that you can use to bone fold, which is quite cute. So looking at my card board for the last time, the size of envelope I need, I've cut my square 8.5 by 8.5. It says I need to punch at 3 3/4. So I line it up here. If you look along here, you can see there's measurements all the way along, and they're in centimetres underneath, but here in inches. 3 3/4 takes me to there, and so I just line it up underneath the punch at 3 3/4, and I punch, and then I take my knife and I gently score down. Don't push too hard, you'll go straight through the paper. Now that score line that you can see is what I'm going to use to line up. I'm just going to fold it over so you can see it's more defined. On this score guide here, you can see it's marked on the board, so you just pop the card paper back in and line up that score with that score line. You're no longer measuring up here, and then you punch and you score, and you do the same again. So I'm going to just turn it round 1/4, line up that score line with there, punch and score, and then the last one again, line it up, punch and score. That's my finished envelope. I'm going to then turn this around, and on this side, really cool tool, how is it that you get 2 punches in one? You can then punch here and you get a corner rounder, which is great for other projects if you don't have a corner rounder. And so for $17.95, you're actually getting 2 punches for the price of 1, and a scoreboard in one. How good is that? And then punch down on all 4 corners that you've rounded it. That's it for the board. You can now pop that away until the next time you need an envelope. And now in terms of how to fold this, it depends on which paper you want on the outside. You can place your card inside if you want to, or you can just make the envelopes up. You fold the corners in, and then I'm going to apply some snail on these pieces here, like this. They then come over, and that is my envelope, ready to go. If I were using this envelope to put into a card that I was selling, I'd put double-sided tape on here, but if I was just going to pop it in the post, I'd run my strip round and fold that over. And then your envelopes can be decorated, because they're just crying out now to be able to put punch things on them, and tags and strips. You can put strips of other paper across. That might make your eyes go a bit funny. You can put a white sticker on it, or even tiny little belly bands for your envelopes. But that's it from me. I hope you enjoy making lots and lots of envelopes. It makes envelopes in 66 different sizes, and I'm sure before long someone's going to work out more sizes than that. Have fun.